Woo, we're back. Hello guys, we are back and today we're gonna have so much fun. I am super excited about this one. It should be written in the title, but in case you're not familiar, today we're gonna play the Hunger Games simulator with the F1 drivers. I've spent an obscene amount of time playing the Hunger Games simulator. Any hyperfixation I've ever had, they've gone through the Hunger Games a couple 100 times. First things first, we're gonna go through the districts and why I set each team per district. Districts go from District 1 to District 12. The further from District 1 you are, the poorer the district. And each district has like a different purpose. We are gonna understand it better as we go. For example, District 1 is luxury items. On the meanwhile, District 12 is coal mining. So very different vibes. It was kind of interesting trying to put all the drivers in the districts. I decided to keep them in their current teams, so they are still with their teammates. But obviously there's only 10 teams and we need 12. So what I did was adding 2 extra teams, one with recent ex-drivers, Daniel Ricciardo and Logan Sargent had to do it, and they are paired up together. And then the other one is future drivers, which I decided to include most like recognized future drivers, which are Ollie Verman and Kimi Antonelli. So enough of this chatter, let's go through who is where and why. For District 1, as I said, luxury items, I decided to put Ferrari. Ferrari is, to me, the epitome of like luxury. Carlos is my first tribute and Charles Leclerc is the second. Then for District 2 is masonry and defense, so kind of like the army. Actually, I don't know if masonry is pronounced like that, but we're gonna keep rolling. I chose Red Bull. I feel like Red Bull's identity is very connected with this like fighting spirit and this like aggressiveness. So obviously for the defense district, I chose them, with Max being driver 1, in this case Tribute 1, and Checo being Tribute 2. District 3 is for general electronics. So following this trend of choosing like main top teams, I decided to go with McLaren, Lando Norris Tribute 1, Oscar Piastri Tribute 2. Number 4 is fishing, one of the most popular districts ever. And there's no team that I like connect with fishing or connect with water, but this goes off vibes. Like the vibes for District 4 are very wholesome. I don't know, the overall vibe of the Williams with fishing, to me it just works. So I have Alex Albon as Tribute 1 for District 4 fishing and Franco Colapinto for Tribute 2. District 6 is transportation. For that one, I needed to choose a team that is actually a car manufacturer. Like, it would make no sense otherwise. So I chose Aston Martin. I think it makes sense. So we have Alonso as Tribute 1, Kroll as Tribute 2. District 7 is lumber. This one is kind of absolutely random. I had 2 teams left and one of them was Bicard, and out of the available options I just thought Bicard Lumber, why not? Yuki Tsunoda as Tribute 1 and Liam Lawson Tribute 2. District 8 is textiles, and here is where I put Mercedes. Why? Because both Lewis and George are kind of like fashion icons in very different ways. Lewis being super innovative and cool, and George being like a classic British gentleman vibe that I don't really dig, but whatever. So I put them in textile, being Lewis Hamilton Tribute 1 and George Tribute 2. Then for District 9, it's grain. We're already going towards the lower part, so this is supposedly the poorer districts. So for grain, I went with Alpine, Pierre Gasly Tribute 1, Esteban Ocon Tribute 2. And then District 10 is livestock, and I just thought it would be funny to put the future drivers here since they are going to be livestock for the Formula 1 world. Putting Ollie Verman as Tribute 1 since he's already raced quite a lot in F1 this year. And then Kimi Antonelli Tribute 2. Then for District 11, we have agriculture. I decided to put the ex-drivers, being Tribute 1, Daniel Ricciardo, and Tribute 2, Logan Sargent. And for District 12, coal mining, I included Xoxo since they were the lowest scoring team. I just thought it makes sense, with Bottas being Tribute 1 and Cho being Tribute 2. And now that we got that out of the way, let's get it going. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And we're gonna get it started. F1 Plus Hunger Games is the duo that I never thought I needed, but here we are. Like, it's really not that different from what they do, in a way. Anyway, the initial bloodbath, it's happening at the cornucopia at this exact moment. I feel like I'm a Hunger Games commentator. That's so sinister and twisted of me. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Pierre Gasly takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Kevin Magnussen finds a bag of explosives. Fernando Alonso runs away with a lighter and some rope, simple, keeping it, light. Zhou Guanyu finds a backpack full of camping equipment, again, the basics. We have on the one side Gasly and Magnussen that are ready to absolutely destroy whoever gets in their way. And then we have Alonso and Zhou that are just kind of happy to be there. I'm afraid of what is about to happen. I see the pictures of Max and Carlos. Oh no! Max Verstappen catches Carlos Sainz off guard and kills him. My man has literally no opportunities. And it just makes so much sense. Like, Jos Verstappen would be really happy with this news. And that makes me upset. Anyway, Max being the first to murder someone just makes sense. Continue. Alex Albon takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Lando Norris snatches a pair of says? I don't know what that is. Again, can you tell that I'm not a native speaker? Oh, wow. He's kind of going a little bit ninja with this. Ollie Verman finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Ollie Verman is the Katniss everything of the paddock games. This is beautiful. Esteban Ocon runs away from the cornucopia. Empty-handed. Makes sense. Logan Sargent and Nico Hülkenberg fight for a bag. Logan Sargent strangles Nico Hülkenberg with the straps and runs. What the fuck? Rest in peace, Nico Hülkenberg. Logan Sargent really said, "You're not freaking taking me out of these games." Freaking Logan Sargent murdering Nico Hülkenberg for a bag. Do we even know what's inside that bag? Checo Perez runs away from the cornucopia. A chicken. Sorry. Franco Colapinto snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag, ready to tend to his own wounds. Lewis Hamilton takes a spear from inside the cornucopia, ready to fight. Liam Lawson grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. It fits him for some reason. George Russell runs away from the cornucopia. Oscar Piastri runs away from the cornucopia. Kimi Antonelli runs away from the cornucopia. Lance Stroll takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. He's gonna need it. Valtteri Bottas runs away from the cornucopia. Daniel Ricciardo runs away from the cornucopia. Charles Leclerc runs away from the cornucopia. And Yuki Tsunoda cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide immediately. He's like, you know what? Cut me out. I don't wanna engage in any of this. Rest in peace, Yuki. That is so sad. I can't believe we already lost 3 drivers. We continue. Day 1. Esteban Ocon diverts Alex Albon's attention and runs away. So Alex Albon was hunting Esteban Ocon, and Esti was like, "Who's that?" And Alex was like, "Who?" And then, the rest is history. Charles Leclerc received a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Immediately, Leclerc has a sponsorship. Why is that not surprising? Franco Colapinto travels to a higher ground. Franco's like, I need to see. I need to strategize, He's being smart. Liam Lawson, Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso unsuccessfully ambush Daniel Ricciardo, Zhou Guanyu, and Ollie Verman, who killed them instead. We had a gang fight on these Hunger Games. It's insane. We have 2 RV fighting an ex-RV. That's not nice. Max trying to kill Daniel, that's fucked up. We don't love that. Logan Sargent hunts for other tributes. George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, and Valtteri Bottas team up to hunt for other tributes. That is an interesting team. The future Mercedes drivers, and Bottas, who is also potentially a future Mercedes driver. Kevin Magnussen and Lando Norris work together for the day. Extremely unlikely duo. I cannot for the life of me imagine Kevin and Lando. I don't know if they've ever talked to each other, ever. Is there any proof that they know each other's names? Lewis Hamilton thinks about home. Look at him. He's a sweetie. I love him. Pierre Gasly fishes. I really like how every time you play this game, there's some people that are immediately murdering everyone, or immediately hunting, receiving guns or survival items. And then there's other people that picks flowers, thinks about home, fishes, I like that Gasly is just chilling. He's just a chill guy. When you're in the Hunger Games, but you're just a really chill guy that likes to fish. Checo Perez questions his sanity. I bet he's done that a lot throughout the 2024 seasons anyway, so nothing new for him. Oscar Piastri explores the arena. Oscar and Franco being really smart. A little bit Dora the Explorer energy. Lance Stroll camouflages himself in the bushes. So Lance Stroll is the Pita Melark. So Ollie and Lance, love story. Oh my god, 6 falling tributes on the first day. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Carlos Sainz, District 1. Nico Hülkenberg, District 5. Yuki Tsunoda, District 7. Liam Lawson, District 7. There's no District 7 anymore. Oh, Max Verstappen, District 2. That's right. He had it coming, that little rat. And Fernando Alonso, District 6. so sad. Night 1, Logan Sargent, Alex Albon, Franco Colapinto, and Kimi Antonelli tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. That's beautiful. I love when they do that. We have everyone in Williams and Kimi Antonelli just exchanging ghost stories for the fancies. Why not? Then we have Kevin Magnussen receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And see, that's unrealistic. I don't think Kevin Magnussen has ever been given anything in his entire F1 career. He deserves it though. So Charles Leclerc cooks his food before putting his fire out. He said, a quick dinner and time to go to sleep. We're not gonna be caring about the fact that I could be murdered in my dreams. Lewis Hamilton tries to sing himself to sleep. Again, very cutesy, very demure of him. Daniel Ricciardo tries to treat his infection. He was hurt, probably when he was ambushed by this other band of gangsters. Lando Norris starts a fire. That is so not environmentally friendly, Lando. Not okay. Zhou Guanyu is awoken by nightmares. My poor king. That doesn't surprise me. He's such a sweetheart. He's gone through so much already. Lance Stroll receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And by unknown sponsor, we mean his father. Lance Stroll has the means to win this entire thing. But does he have the juice? I would say no. Checo Perez destroys George Russell's supplies while he sleeps. I really like when these things happen. Like, I'm not killing you. I'm not actively hurting you, but I am gonna make your life a living hell. Oliver Ehrman goes to sleep. He needs his beauty sleep. He's like, okay guys, peace. Going to sleep after a long day of serving. Ooh, Esteban Ocon fins Pierre Gasly, Oscar Piastri, and Valtteri Bottas away from his fire. That is so on brand. Mr. Esteban makes a fire for himself, and he doesn't want anyone nearby, not even his teammate. He's like, everyone, just die. Be cold and die. He does not care, and that is an accurate representation of his driving skills. We proceed. Okay, day 2. Kimi Antonelli overhears Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc talking in the distance. That makes sense. This freaking Franchuten, these little French boys, I know that Charles is not actually French, but he speaks French, plotting against everyone else. Why am I not surprised? Kimi, we trust you and we need you to act accordingly. Put an explosive or something on their tent. Oliver Ehrman runs away from Franco Colapinto. I don't know why, he's like 3 times taller, but sure. Kevin Magnussen is pricked by thorns while picking berries. See, Kevin has fresh water, he's picking berries, he's just getting ready to like hibernate and hope that everyone else just dies or kills each other. Lance Stroll discovers a river. Valtteri Bottas fishes. See, that is again so on brand. Valtteri Bottas, what will he do? Hunt other tributes, hurt people, or try to get himself a little fish. He's gonna do the second. Just makes sense. Logan Sargent diverts Alex Albon's attention and runs away. Isn't this like the second time this happened to Alex Albon? My memory is really bad. Don't trust me on this kind of stuff, but I do think it's the second time this has happened to Alex. But yeah, Logan Sargent escapes. George Russell and Zhou Guanyu split up to search for resources. That's an unlikely team, but I can see it working. They kind of give off a similar vibe in this picture. Esteban Ocon receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, and that unknown sponsor is the country of France. Oscar Piastri overhears Daniel Ricciardo and Checo Perez talking in the distance. The ex-Red Bulls plotting. I like that there's so many subunits already, like everyone is like not caring about their teammate, immediately teaming up with their buddies and plotting everyone's destruction. Lewis Hamilton chases Lando Norris. The Brits are fighting. The Girdies are fighting. Okay, no cannon shots will be heard tonight. Everyone's alive. Welcome to the night 2. Franco Colapinto and Kevin Magnussen talk about the tributes that are still alive. Plotting. Unlikely alliance though, if you ask me. Oscar Piastri loses sight of where he is. And it was all a little too much for little Oscar Piastri, who gets lost. Oscar Piastri getting lost? It fits him, in a way. I can picture that. He doesn't seem like he would be good at using Google Maps. Lando Norris passes out from exhaustion.
It's all too much for little Lando Norris. He just needs a bit of sleep.
Lance Stroll receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Yeah, we get it. Zhou Guanyu cooks his food before putting his fire out. We love a responsible king. Checo Perez receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Esteban Ocon and Valtteri Bottas tell stories about themselves to each other. They're getting cozy and close. They're like, so tell me about you. Do you come here often? Kimi Antonelli and Alex Albon huddle for warmth. Kimi is a minor. That's not appropriate. 2 bros chilling in a tent. Oh! Daniel Ricciardo dies trying to escape the arena. Daniel was like, yeehaw, let me out. And they were like, no. Poor Danny. This is why we can't have nice things. Charles Leclerc tends to his wounds. Lewis Hamilton... Lewis Hamilton pushes Ollie Verman off a cliff during a knife fight. Rest in peace, Ollie. Lewis is like doing the utmost to be the only British driver. He's like going for it. Poor Ollie. He never stood a chance. He just got here. George Russell and Pierre Gasly sleep in shifts. Unlikely alliance again. And Logan Sargent tends to his wounds. Maybe we will see the American dream. Maybe Logan Sargent will make it far. Let's go day 3. Esteban Ocon, Zhou Guanyu, and Oscar Piastri start fighting. But Zhou Guanyu runs away as Esteban Ocon kills Oscar Piastri. This is not the first time Ocon and Piastri have conflict, I believe. I think they had a crash or some sort of incident this year. But Zhou Guanyu, superstar. A man should know when it's time to fight, and a man should know when it's time to run away crying like a baby. And that saved his life. I'm so proud of him. Lando Norris makes a slingshot. He's like, when I fucking get you. Logan Sargent sets Alex Albon on fire with a Molotov. First of all, I didn't even know that was an option. I didn't even know they had like Molotovs on the arena. That's very American of him. That's very American of him. He said, fuck the Brits. Wow. Poor Alex Albon. I feel like he didn't really do no wrong. Valtteri Bottas thinks about home. Again, another chill dude. George Russell collects fruit from a tree. Another chill dude. I don't know. I don't see George winning this. I don't know why. As of right now, Logan Sargent seems prepared. Lewis Hamilton is like violent and ready to sacrifice everything. We'll see how it goes. Kevin Magnussen severely injures Kimi Antonelli and leaves him to die. That's not okay. Kimi is barely an adult. Magnussen bullying the youngest kids. That's sad. Magnussen cold-blooded murder. Franco Colapinto and Lewis Hamilton work together for the day. That's right, Franco. Try to save your life. Try to stay on Lewis's good side. Pierre Gasly receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Checo Perez searches for a water source. He's just minding his business. He's kind of like not really hurting anyone. Fallen tribute. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Daniel Ricciardo, District 11. Ollie Verman, District 10. Oscar Piastri, District 3. Alex Albon, District 4. And Kimi Antonelli, District 10. And we got the third night. Lewis Hamilton thinks about home. Very cutesy for a man that just murdered a bunch of people. George Russell thinks about winning. See? Two different mindsets here. Kevin Magnussen thinks about winning. Zhou Guanyu and Checo Perez sleep in shifts. Lance Stroll. Oh my god, I wrote Lance Stroll instead of Lance Stroll. Anyway, Lance Stroll starts a fire. Again, very much not environmentally friendly, but he is a billionaire's son. He doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Very on brand, if you ask me. Charles Leclerc and Franco Colapinto run into each other but decide to truce for the night. That's nice. Let's be friends, guys. Let's stop fighting. Esteban Ocon is unable to start a fire and he sleeps without warmth. That's what you get. That's what you get for being a little rat. Logan Sargent looks at the night sky. Logan Sargent is absolutely giving main character energy. Like, he knows he is the moment. Like, he's kind of giving Katniss. We may have an American winner. Pierre Gasly receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Can the friends, stop sending shit to these guys? This is not fair at this point. Everyone else is just fending for themselves. Valtteri Bottas is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. I mean, he's Finnish. He can probably, overcome. He will be fine. I'm not worried about Bottas. Lando Norris tries to treat his infection. Day 4. We have not gotten any arena event, which happens sometimes, in which instead of being day 4, it's a bunch of wild wolves are set in the arena and this person gets eaten alive by the wolf and stuff like that. Kind of hoping we get that, but we'll see. This may be a chill season. Lance Stroll, Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Zhou Guanyu, and Valtteri Bottas hunt for other tributes. So basically, almost everyone that's left. Lando Norris tried to sleep throughout the day. I think Lando is he's gone. He's not gonna survive this. He's hurt, trying to sleep throughout the day. Poor Lando. Esteban Ocon makes a wooden spear. Lewis Hamilton explores the arena. Logan Sargent sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. I really like when that happens. He's none of my business, actually. Good luck to whoever has to deal with that. Checo Perez practice archery. Franco Colapinto and Kevin Magnussen track down and kill Pierre Gasly. These two were talking before. Maybe this is what they were plotting. They were the mother freaking French keep getting all the good stuff. We gotta Take him out. One cannon shot can be heard in the night. Pierre Gasly, District 9, Fallen Soldier. We proceed to night 4. Okay, Franco Colapinto and George Russell talk about the tributes that are still alive. Franco's kind of like a foreign spy. He's kind of like creating alliances with everyone, and I like that. Franco has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and just win the entire games. Valtteri Bottas fends Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc away from his fire. He finally made a fire after attempting and failing and being cold, so I think he should be in his right to keep it to himself. Am I the asshole? Me, Finnish man, age 35, do not allow my besties to be anywhere near my fire. Not the asshole. Esteban Ocon and Zhou Guanyu sleep in shifts. Okay, teamwork. Lance Stroll loses sight of where he is. Yep. That sounds about right. Kevin Magnussen tries to treat his infection, and Checo Perez tends to Logan Sargent's wounds. That's beautiful. We love a man that cares for others. Logan is someone that may win because he's so ruthless, and Checo is someone that may win because he's kind of just minding his business and being cutesy. And then there's Franco that's plotting. Those are kind of my top 3. And Hamilton. Hamilton has also been pretty aggressive. Those are like my top 4. We'll see where this is going. Day 5. Esteban Ocon makes a wooden spear. Okay. Charles Leclerc sets an explosive off, killing Valtteri Bottas. I will never forgive Leclerc for this. Like, never. Don't talk to me. I'm blocking him on Instagram right now. George Russell sets Lance Stroll on fire with a Molotov. Woo! You know what? Eat the rich. I can't even be angry about it. Checo Perez discovers a river. He's using a little side quest all the time. He goes from little side quest to little side quest. It feels like Checo is in Animal Crossing when everyone else is in the Hunger Games. Zhou Guanyu falls into a pit and dies. That's so sad. That's like worse than everything else. Like, no one even killed him. Like, it wasn't even like a novel fight. He didn't even have the opportunity to fight. He just kind of like, whoo, and he's out. Just like that. Kevin Magnussen chases Lewis Hamilton. Logan Sargent tried to spearfish with a trident. Lando Norris scares Franco Colapinto off. Seems like a pretty chill day, right? Like, not much has happened. We keep going. Okay, no, actually 3 people died. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Valtteri Bottas, District 12, Lance Stroll, District 6, and Zhou Guanyu, District 12. Goodbye, xoxo team. They were just chilling. They were too pure for this world. They were never gonna make it. Night 5. Whenever it's getting towards the end of the week, you know that's when people are gonna start falling like flies. Kevin Magnussen lets Charles Leclerc into his shelter. Look at that. A little moment of humanity shining in the darkness of war. Esteban Ocon and Lewis Hamilton tell stories about themselves to each other. Again, do these 2 know each other, really? Like, maybe that's why they're telling stories about each other. It's like, hey, we never really had a chance to talk before. Do you have siblings? Logan Sargent strangles Lando Norris after engaging in a fist fight. Finally, Lando and Logan going, when I freaking get you. Beautiful. We needed people to do it the old-fashioned way. Like, setting fire to someone with a Molotov. Okay, easy to do. Fighting someone, like fist fighting someone and unaliving them? A true American hero, if you ask me. Rest in peace, little Lando Norris. Ooh! George Russell bashes Franco Colapinto's head with a mace. He discovered that he was a little spy boy and was like, not in my watch. Checo Perez receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. See? He's just there. He's happy to be there. Woo! Finally, we have an event. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the TVU's families. This is usually very bloody. Esteban Ocon decides not to go to the feast. Esteban Ocon, making it far in this. Charles Leclerc and George Russell work together to drown Lewis Hamilton. Wow. All my faves are falling. This is insane. Logan Sargent and Kevin Magnussen get into a fight over raw meat, but Kevin Magnussen gives up and runs away. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna, Checo Perez decides not to go to the feast. Why would he? He already has everything he could possibly want or need. We proceed. Day 6. Kevin Magnussen, George Russell, Logan Sargent, and Checo Perez hunt for other tributes. Literally, almost everyone. We have 6 people left, and that's 4. Charles Leclerc attacks Esteban Ocon, but he manages to escape, so no deaths. Quick day 6. Arena event! Arena event! We prayed for moments like this. Carnivorous squirrels start attacking the tributes. That one? I've never seen that one. Esteban Ocon survives, of course. He's winning this. I think Esteban is gonna win this, actually. Checo Perez, in agony, kills Logan Sargent so he does not have to be attacked by the squirrels. Not all heroes wear capes. Checo Perez. That's so Katniss Everdeen of him. Checo is the Katniss Everdeen of this season. Poor Logan. He was making it far. Ooh. The squirrels separate and kill George Russell and Kevin Magnussen. Charles Leclerc tries to kill as many squirrels as he can, but there are too many. I don't know if that means he dies. Fallen tributes. 7 shots can be heard in the distance. Lando Norris, District 3. Franco Colapinto, District 4. Lewis Hamilton, District 8. Logan Sargent, District 11. George Russell, District 8. Kevin Magnussen, District 5. And Charles Leclerc, District 1. At least he died fighting. He went away with a... He did his best. Kind of like this year's season. Oh! Night 6, Checo Perez dies trying to escape the arena. Therefore, the winner is Esteban Ocon from District 9. He didn't even have to fight to the death. So, there we are! Who would have thought Alpine was gonna win the games? That's wild. I kind of saw it coming. He kept being very lucky in the last couple days. But I'm sad. I didn't want Esteban Ocon to win. It was not on my bingo card. Esteban Ocon managed to win just killing one person. So actually that's pretty cool. Pretty cool of him. Very environmentally friendly. So the top 3 survivors were Esteban, Checo Perez, and Charles Leclerc. I guess my bingo card was going more towards Checo, but yeah. He kind of got everything served to him in a silver plate, which usually happens when you're a Nepo baby. So yeah, it makes sense he didn't win. At the end of the day, a working class hero like Esteban Ocon took the win. And we gotta celebrate that, whether we like it or not. Let's go and see the bottom. Carlos Sainz, my man, being the first one to die. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Number of kills per tribute. That's interesting. 5 tributes are tied for first place in most murders between Cho, Guan Yu, Logan Sargent, Daniel Ricciardo, Ollie Verman, and George Russell. But only killing 3 people is really not that much. Last night, when I ran the simulation, Ollie Verman single-handedly unalived 8 people. That was wild. Charles Leclerc and Kevin Magnussen unalived 2 people each. Max Verstappen, Checo Perez, Esteban Ocon, Lewis Hamilton, and Franco Colapinto unalived 1 person each. And that's it. Pretty fun, I think. What do we learn? It doesn't matter if you're from a poor district. As long as you're French, you can get whatever you want. Anyway, if you want to see me do this again, or you want to do it yourself, please let me know how it goes. And otherwise, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week.